Hi guys, Steve Blackard here again with another antique firearms video. Today I'm going to talk about some of my favorite rifles, Remington rolling blocks, which I think many of you know are ones that I really like. But today we've got something a little bit different, and this is a number 4 Remington rolling block. These are the small boys rifles. Of all the rolling blocks that were made, this is the smallest size. Now, I've got two of them here. One is in originally 32 rimfire that I've converted to center fire, and the other one is in 22. And that one's been relined too because the bore was shot out on it, so it shoots 22 long rifle now. Now these rifles, I've been into rolling blocks for a long time. Now these rifles actually belong to my son over here visiting today. They generously brought their rolling blocks out here to the range so I could show you these. I bought these rifles for the boys when they were just little kids, and well, they're in their 30s now, so they've had them for a long time, and they're a lot of fun. So these number 4s are really neat. They were designed for boys or for small people to use. They're lightweight, they're great, they're very accurate. They started making these about 1890, and they made them up until like 1933. So they made them for quite a few years. The early ones from about 1890 around 1900 are solid frames. Starting around 1900, they went to takedown models, and these are both takedown models. And then the very last of the number 4s had round barrels instead of octagon barrels, and the takedown screw is on the left side with a round head screw rather than the takedown lever. So they're very simple rifles. They're only made in low-powered rimfire cartridges. The pivot, unlike other rolling blocks that have large pivot pins for the hammer and the breech block, on these they just pivot on small screws. So they are for lightweight, low-power cartridges. But they're a lot of fun to shoot. You can carry these all day. They're really sweet little rifles. They're great for children to learn on. Like I say, my boys have been shooting these since they were just little, and so we've got together today to shoot them. It's been a long time since we've got them out, so we're having a good time out here. So we're going to go ahead and shoot these a little bit. So let's see. This one here is the 22. So I guess we'll shoot a couple rounds out of each one. So let me put my ear protection on. So we'll start with the 22, and we've got some clangers down here. One. So you notice even a 22 will knock down these heavy plates. So people sometimes think of a 22 as not being all that powerful, but there's still a lot of energy in these cartridges. Okay, that's the 22. Now the 32, this was originally 32 rimfire. I converted this one to center fire probably, gosh, 25 or 30 years ago. So the center fire equivalent of 32 rimfire is 32 Colt. So I've made cartridges, made 32 Colt cartridges for it. 32 Colt brass itself is fairly scarce. It can be made from 32 Smith & Wesson by swedging the base down and a little modification. And it shoots a heel bullet. So it's kind of an obsolete round itself, but it's actually not too hard to reload for. All the components can be found, and so I keep loads ready for this one. So here we go. We'll take a few shots here at the steel targets with the 32. All right, so that's the 32 Colt. number 4 Remington rolling block and the 22 caliber Remington rolling block, both number 4 boys rifles. So a lot of fun. You know, you used to find these very commonly. They were easy to find. They're not so hard to find, or not so easy to find now, and they're not as cheap as they used to be. But they're still wonderful little rifles, and they can be relined to clean up the bore, put a fresh bore in them. Even the 32 can be lined down to 22, and they're easily converted to center fire, and they make wonderful rifles for people to enjoy. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed this, and I'll be doing some more antique firearms videos soon. Thanks for watching.